Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Game of Cryptos. So as you guys can see, so for those of you that have been following, I've been going over a series on YouTube for different crypto portfolio sizes. The most recent one was the first one was $1,000 crypto portfolio for like a new beginner investor, and then the next one was more of someone that's a little bit more speculative that wants to take on a little bit more risk. Again, that was with $1,000 portfolio. And then, so this one is going to be more someone that has a little bit more to put into the pot for crypto. This one's going to be specifically for someone that wants to DCA in and put about 10 grand in, which can be doable. I admit it is kind of a lot, but it can be doable. So as you can see, crypto bubbles, for those of you who've been following me, I've been using this a lot. This one is on a month time frame. As you can see, a lot of cryptos are, in the red. And that's okay, guys, because this is a good time to reallocate your portfolio, double down on the cryptos that you have more conviction in, and DCA, whether it's $100 a week, a month, this is the time where people can make generational wealth. Really, you can make some big money, big time in these types of bear markets. So again, so starting off to kickstart, what I would invest in for a 10K portfolio. To start, definitely I'm going to go with Ethereum. Now, this website right here, ultrasound.money, if you guys have not heard of it, this shows a lot of statistics about the Ethereum blockchain. Now, this is specifically showing the ETH burning supply. So over the last 30 days, it's almost burnt 4,000. Over the last year, almost 305,000 Ethereum have been burned. So Ethereum is deflationary. Since I think it was the merge was the highest time frame was, so 305,000 ETH since the EIP. I'm gonna forget it, but since one of the last big ETH upgrades to the blockchain, it has been significantly deflationary. Actually, more deflationary asset than Bitcoin itself. So that's why, if you are someone that wants to start off a crypto portfolio, I honestly, with a 10K portfolio, I would put at least one Ethereum into your crypto portfolio. So I'm going to go to the coin perspective. I want to just put in, let's see, we want to put in one Ethereum at amount. Okay. Oh, so this went to a different portfolio that I originally had, so bear with me, guys. I'm just gonna adjust this. But as I do that, so with Ethereum, it's going to get you more multiples as far as return than something like Bitcoin. Now, don't get me wrong. As I've said many times in other videos, Bitcoin is a great asset. It's here to stay. It has stood the test of time. It has been here the longest, since about 2009, 2008, ever since that market crash. But if you are someone that has even just $10,000 to spare, yes, you can put it into Bitcoin. And, let's be honest, if Bitcoin is around like 20, almost 25,000 right now, give or take, if Ethereum or if Bitcoin goes to, about 100,000, then you're looking at about a 4x return, which is still great. So now you turn 10,000 into 10,000 into 40,000. But let's be real, we're in crypto. We're trying to make life-changing money, and one of the cryptos that helps you get to that level is definitely going to be Ethereum, especially since it is deflationary. Because you best believe, when the next bull run comes, the supply shock, what's going on with Ethereum ever since the merge, high demand, low supply equals price go up, guys. Price goes up. So Ethereum would definitely be one of the cryptos I would add to a 10K portfolio. So let's go ahead and get one Ethereum. Now the next thing, okay, what would you dive into next? Well, actually, following from ETH, it's going to be the layer 2s that are on top of Ethereum. So if it were me, you have plays like for Polygon exists. Polygon is amazing layer 2. It's been the go-to, but honestly, layer 2s are super competitive right now. I mean, as you can see, you have Polygon, you have Optimism, you have Arbitrum. So those actually lead me to my next 3 investments that I would do. Yes, some people might say, oh, there's only allocate to maybe Polygon, maybe Arbitrum, but I think if you can have these 3 layer 2s in your portfolio, you would be setting yourself up significantly. And the reason why I would go with all 3, yes, Polygon has been around for a while. It's kind of been battle tested, but Arbitrum and Optimism have a lot of promise. I mean, look at the total value. Let me switch the camera mode. Look at the total value locked for Arbitrum. 1.7 billion. It has more total value lock than Polygon, and then Optimism is almost at $1 billion. It's 715 million. Like, it's gaining so much traction on the Polygon. And so you have this L2 battle that's going on, and I think that sets up perfectly going into the 2024 and the 2025 bull run. You don't know which layer 2 is going to be the one that, like, is going to be the thing that makes it and is, like, the go-to. So I think an allocation of 1,000 into each one of them will be great. So let's go back to our portfolio, and we are going to add $1,000 into each one of them. So we're going to put 1,000 into Polygon Matic. So let's see. Let's do that. We want $1,000. 1,000 Matic gets us almost $1,000 in the Polygon. Almost gets us almost 2,000 Matic. So add that to portfolio. Cool. Now let's go back up to the top. Now let's add in Arbitrum. Now, one reason why you might ask, okay, why are you so bullish on the newer L2s? Guys, it's been pretty much proven that the newer cryptos, when it comes into the next bull run, can honestly end up getting the most VC backing. It can get the most retail investors to invest in those newer assets. They tend to run higher multiples than the older cryptos. Not to say that the older cryptos are not great investments, but let's say when older crypto might 5x, where you got a newer crypto that could potentially 25x. So for me, I'm a little bit more risk averse. For those of you that are a little bit more, okay with taking more risks, I think putting money in newer plays that have a good narrative, like the newer ETH layer 2s, would be a great way to kickstart a portfolio, especially if it's about the size of a portfolio the size of $10,000. Okay, so I added 1,000 into each, and then now, again, guys, this is not a real portfolio. This is just like a mock portfolio. I use this app to kind of track it. So as you can see, we got 1 Ethereum, and then we have 1,000. We have $1,000 into each one. So I've utilized almost half of that 10,000 right now, which I think this is a good allocation so far. Pretty good. Can't complain. Now, what would be another narrative to kind of play off of? The next narrative that I think is still really bullish for this upcoming bull run is going to be L1s that are not necessarily ETH killers, but ETH competitors. And one of those being still Cardano. Guys, do not sleep on Cardano. I know people make fun of Cardano. Oh, it's slow. It's like a turtle. But have you seen those videos on YouTube where the turtle that's slow and steady still ends up winning the race? And I really think that's the case with Cardano. Charles Hoskinson and what they're doing, they're really setting the precedent for, decentralized cryptocurrency. And I think ADA is an amazing, amazing crypto, amazing play. And if I had to put my money on it, if for some reason things didn't work out with Ethereum, I really do think that Cardano's blockchain could be the one where it gets a lot of value. And honestly, even if nothing happened with Ethereum, Ethereum still grew. Cardano, unless something happens with Cardano, I see a lot of market cap being captured percentage-wise with Cardano. So if I were you guys, at least for me and my sake, I would definitely have some Cardano in my crypto portfolio. So now we're at about 5,600 out of our 10,000 invested. So if you guys are continuing with this L1 narrative, what's another one? Solana, guys. I am still a believer, no matter what happened with Sam Bankman-Fried and Alameda, and they were big VC backers of Solana. I still think Solana is going to do pretty good in this next crypto bull run. Is it going to make a high run like it did last time? Only time will tell. There's no guarantee. But as far as these ETH killer narratives, or Solana is a potential. And again, I don't like to say ETH killers, because I don't honestly think anything's going to necessarily replace and take out Ethereum. But I think there's more than enough space in this crypto world and realm to have more than one layer one be a big time powerhouse player in it. So again, I think Solana has potential to be very successful. Yes, Solana has gone down its network, so it gets a lot of flack with that. But honestly, I think Solana can still do really, really well in this next and up and coming bull run. So as you can see with the portfolio so far, I'm going with plays that have a narrative behind it, something that there's like a real reason to invest in it, not because I heard someone on YouTube just talk about blah 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 new coin and I'm just gonna invest in it because I just want to see my money go up instantly and get in and get out. Like, guys, that's not how crypto works. Time in the market, not timing the market. Get used to just DCAing and investing and then selling when the market tops out, and not getting too greedy and trying to ride the wave to the very top, because you're never going to get the very top in crypto and you're never going to get the very bottom, guys. That's why you DCA in on the way up and you DCA out before it goes down. So next, what would I invest in this 10K portfolio? I'm going to go to a different narrative here, and it might be surprising, it might not. I'm going to go with some of these AI plays, and Render is going to be on top of that. Render with the GPUs, I think AI is going to be a big play. You have the stock NVIDIA with the GPUs, which is making it's over $1 trillion asset, and I really think that AI plays are going to make a big significant impact in the crypto space. And you have something like Render that is at the forefront of it, is actually one of the top AI plays right now, along with the next one that I would definitely put some money into. Not financial advice, but if it were me, another AI play is AGIX, which is Singularity Net. Again, another AI play. Now again, these plays are speculative, very speculative, but these plays have also been around. I would be very, very, now it is risky to get in some of these AI plays, but what I would advise is get into AI plays that were already in AI play before the AI narrative started. You know what I mean? Because then you save yourself the potential of not getting rug pulled, where they just take all the liquidity out of that crypto, and then now you're left holding the bag, and then now you just see all your portfolio value tank. So again, I would go with a couple AI plays. There's many of them. There's Ocean Protocol. There's Fetch AI. So you could easily replace Render and AGIX with those two. But again, I'm going with what I know more about and what I feel more comfortable with investing in at the end of the day. That's what it's all about. The plays that you are speculative, or not speculative about, the plays that you have high conviction in, go into them. Because when you see red days, you're not going to be scared to sell because you know that you have high conviction in it. You believe in it. You didn't just get into it because you had a best friend that told you about it. So out of our 10K portfolio, we spent about 8,600. So we got about 1,400 or so left. So the next trend that I would invest in is interoperability. Something that is going to enable other blockchains to communicate with each other, have this where it's not disruptive, and where any other, like blockchain can go and develop and not have to be like, oh, I have to rebuild and switch to this. No. So some things that are helping with interoperability, I'm sure you guys have heard of Quant. I don't want to give too much information about Quant because I'm still trying to understand it, and I don't want to ever mislead you guys. But to my understanding, what Quant is doing, it's the technology is not necessarily similar to what Polkadot is doing in Cosmos, but Polkadot and Cosmos also are other what's the word I'm looking for? Interoperability plays that enables other blockchains to kind of be connected and communicate with each other really efficiently and effectively. And Quant is doing it with its technology with the Overledger. I could go on and on. That might this could be another video and it might bore you. But Quant is going to be, I think, a very good interoperability play. So we're gonna go ahead and put and not to mention the token supply of it is just, its tokenomics are just phenomenal. It has less supply than Bitcoin. It has a low market cap, so where it could go is honestly insane. It's pretty insane how far it can go. So for this one, I'm not gonna put 1,000 in it. Actually, no, yeah, let's go ahead. We'll put 1,000 into there. So we're gonna add that. So we have, if we go back to our portfolio, how much do we have left? So we have almost 400, almost 500 left that we can spend. Now looking at everything, I think this is a really good allocation, and that's something you want to look for in a portfolio. And obviously, the more money you have, the more plays you can go into. But if it were me, I would definitely make sure you're in plays that you are very convicted in and think that other retail investors and VCs will be convicted in when the bull run kicks off in 2025. Now, having that said, something that I've been very bullish on recently, I wasn't at first, but I really think Chainlink, especially with its new upgrades and what it's going through right now, is going to be very, very good when it comes to, again, kind of connecting blockchains with its interoperability. And it's the top oracle. Again, I'm still trying to understand the technology, so I'm not going to go into I don't want to give you guys the wrong information, but just know that I think Chainlink should be a crypto that's on your radar. And then I'm going to put, let's see, I think the rest is around almost 500, so it's going to be a little over 10,000, but just to make everything look nice. So we're going to go check out our portfolio. Don't know why it says our portfolio's over 12K, but it should be 10 unless I added way too much chain link. Oh, my bad. Let's go back and fix that. Yeah, added way too much. Amount. No. Amount own. Let's see. 1,000 chain link. How much would that be? Maybe like 160 chain link. Yeah, that's so it's a little bit better. Okay, so it's a little bit over 10K, guys, but bear with me. Not gonna be perfect with prices. So recapping, we got Ethereum, a big layer 1. We got Cardano, a big layer 1, and we got Solana, another big layer 1. So we got the L1 narratives, and then next we have the L2 narratives. So we have Polygon, we have Arbitrum, we have Optimism. Again, Polygon is the more battle tested L2, but I do think the L2s are going to have a big battle, especially with Arbitrum and Optimism included. So it's going to be interesting to see how those play out. And then we got some really big AI plays like Render and Singularity Net. I think we're just seeing the beginning of this takeoff, not the end of like this bubble of AI. I think we're just scratching the surface. I mean, just see what Nvidia is doing. It's insane. So those are going to be a good play, I believe. And then Quants and Chainlink, the Oracle, the interoperability of both. I think these are really solid cryptos. And again, this is not financial advice, but if I was truly helping someone build a portfolio, if this was my best friend, my mom, my dad, my parents, my brother, whoever, I would honestly tell them to invest in these. And full disclosure, I'm invested in each one of these except for Ethereum. So just, take that with a grain of salt, because, some YouTubers can be biased, but I do believe, and I will get into some Ethereum, but I want to really catch these other plays. Honestly, all these other plays can end up getting you more return than Ethereum, but I think Ethereum is a solid asset because Ethereum can be your Bitcoin in your portfolio, if that makes sense. Because a lot of people won't invest in Bitcoin because Bitcoin is just so high in price, and people want to feel like they own more of something, so you can feel potentially better just having that in Ethereum instead, if that makes sense, guys. So with that, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys like this series. I'm sure I'll do more in the future, more portfolios with like degen plays, talking about other cryptos, Pepe, Shiba Inu, Dogecoin, all that. But I really want to lead you guys in the right direction first before I go down that crazy, highly speculative route. And to add on to that, before you're someone who wants to invest in meme coins, please build a portfolio with solid foundations such as this. Like I said, these cryptos can be different. They don't have to be these ones. You could have put in HBAR, Algorand, for L1, like so many different things you could have invested in. Build a foundation first before you get more speculative. And you can make an argument, hey, you added AI, that's pretty speculative. I would say AI is safer route than adding in certain meme coins, at least right now. In another one, you guys could add gaming down the line, but again, I would get more of the foundational stuff first, and then the more speculative stuff like gaming and meme coins after you've already built that foundation. So there you guys have it. This is what I would do if I was building a 10K portfolio. I hope you guys found this information informative. Like it if you did. Give me some comments. Give me some feedback of what you guys think. And I will see you guys in the next video.